Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ron Mottl Field, the home of the Tri-C Triceratops and the Holy Name Green Wave. Today's game between the Green Wave and Chardon has been delayed until 5:10 p.m. Chardon rolled in at around 4:30 p.m. For them to have an adequate warm-up period, we do have to bump first pitch back a few minutes. But once the Hilltoppers are ready to go, we will be as well. It is Chardon and Holy Name Baseball up next on SmeeSports in around 10 minutes. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. The Chardon Hilltoppers are all warmed up and ready to go. So are the Namers. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Namer Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Smacked into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable. Sunny and 82 sets the stage for some OHSAA baseball on the campus of Tri-C West. It is Holy Name welcoming in the Chardon Hilltoppers. Good evening, everybody. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. The humidity very bad today. The sun has been beating down all afternoon after some early AM showers. But looking at the field right now, if you can deal with some heat, this is perfect baseball weather.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. It says it's only 50% humidity. However, I beg to differ. I feel like it's probably a lot higher than that. But, we're out here and we're going to play hopefully a good game of baseball.
Holy Name looking for redemption after losing for the 12th time this year on Tuesday. A tough 9-2 defeat at the hands of Padua. As for the Chardon Hilltoppers, they lost on senior night yesterday 7-0 to Nordonia. You have a rivalry loss and senior night loss. Which one's a better motivator?
I would probably say a senior night loss. I mean, you got to feel for those seniors. They're going to come out here with some vengeance today and try and get back and kind of make this their pseudo-senior night.
The one thing that does benefit Chardon, the current senior class were freshmen all the way back in the 2022 season where, Cam, they were state champs.
Yes, they were. They were very good. I can tell you that.
They were one of the best teams in that area. I mean, you look at Chardon in the early parts of this decade, especially football and baseball, pure dominance early on, as now we are given some clarification on the next thing that we are going to talk about, Cam, the starting lineup for the Hilltoppers. I'll let you talk about that as to what was going to happen if something else happened during warmups.
So pretty much the Hilltoppers were trying out a injured player in infield outfield today, but we just got confirmation. They actually give us two lineups. They told us if the player is ready to go, we're going to use lineup 1. If the player cannot go, we will use lineup 2. And I think we were just told that the player is ready to go, so it looks like we'll be using lineup 1. So that's always good news.
The injured player, Ty Roediger, he will be playing in left field today with Booth in center field. That was the change. Booth would have played in left field in lineup card 2. But glad to see that Roediger is able to go in this game. Chardon, for the most part, at full strength. Holy Name, they do have some dings and bruises, the main one being Nick Nemeth. He is hitting tonight, but in talking to him, he has pretty much shut himself down from playing defense until the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a smart idea. I mean, trying to still help your team while at the same time you're able to he needs to rest that shoulder because it's really been bothering him, or at least what he tells us.
For Coach Masetta, this is a pseudo homecoming game for him in the early stages of his coaching career. He coached over at NDCL, which for those who follow NEO baseball and just NEO sports would know, NDCL is housed in Chardon, Ohio.
I did not know that.
So that kind of crosstown rivalry. We usually don't see the Hilltoppers and the Lions do battle, but when we do, It is a good rivalry. On the mound today for the Green Wave, it is Russell Macetta entering play tonight. A 1.27 ERA through 3 appearances, 11 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. What does he have to do tonight to help the Namers get a big win?
He has really just got to, kind of doing what he's been doing. Can't give up those free passes. We saw it in the game on Tuesday when Harrison was pitching it. Just a couple of free passes and really set them down early, and they were really never able to recover from that.
9-2 the final in that game, and you said it perfectly. The free pass really killed the Namers. I feel like if you get rid of those walks, Padua still wins, but maybe a reversal of the 5-2 of Monday, this time in favor of Padua.
Yeah, probably a lot closer score, but still Padua was able to capitalize really off those walks. So tonight Russell needs to come out, throw first pitch strike. It's always the most important, getting that first pitch in there and being ahead of the hitter. So really he needs to focus on that and then focus on not allowing those free passes. And if batters are able to get on, not allow those steals and try and keep the batters on, or try and keep the runners honest when they get on base or if they get on base.
Taking a quick look at the Chardon batting order, Smith batting first, followed by Booth, Fawcett, McCoy, Sintic, Smith, Robinson, Prince, and Roediger batting ninth. It goes defensively, shortstop, center field, catcher, third, right field, DH, pitcher, first, and left. Based on the positions alone, do you see any real outliers in that order?
I really don't. I really haven't seen these Hilltoppers play since freshman year. So, I don't know. It's going to be fun to really see them again. They probably don't remember me. I probably don't remember much about them. It was multiple years ago, so don't even say that.
All of those players have graduated, but going back to freshman year, there is one player that does remember you as he hit a home run off of you in that game.
No, we're not going to talk about that. Even though I knew he was going to bring it up. It is true. He hit a home run off me. However, they were using drop 5 bats, which is illegal in high school.
It was a scrimmage game. You still got shelled, Cam. Either way, the time is 5:09 at Ron Mottl Field. Macetta is ready to go, and we are underway. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count on Smith. Entering play tonight, Justin Smith batting .244 with 11 hits and 9 RBIs. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. A good response by Macetta. He tried going outside on that first pitch, but as we saw, missed way outside. This time he's able to hit the corner a lot better. Even count to begin the game. The pitch. Pops up to the left side of the infield. Preissel going for it. Nemec will be called off as Preissel wins the argument for out number 1. Initially, it looked like BP decided to let Nemec have it, but in the end, as we saw, Preissel took it.
Yeah, just a good, smart call-off over there and able to get out number 1 with nothing, no accidents yet.
Now Jaden Booth, the center fielder, will step in for the Hilltoppers. 1 up, 1 down to begin the game. A powerful crank to the left side, but it will go way foul and actually out of here. The power is surely there.
Very long strike 1.
But that's exactly what Chardon wants to respond with. They want to show the Namers that they mean business and, hate to go back to freshman year again, that they still can hit those home runs even though they have not yet in a game this year. Count now even. I believe they have a total of maybe 3 triples, a lot of doubles, no homers. The only player on either roster to homer this season, J.R. Sastry, and he did so against Kenston. And speaking of Kenston, the Hilltoppers swept them this year 15-5 in game 1, but game number 2, a tight one, 2-1 the final. A good snag by Nemec. The throw across the diamond is in time for out number 2. We will watch that one back. Cam, you are not convinced, but what a great snag by Garrett Nemec.
That was really close. Just a really good snag. Diving play by Garrett, and then to get up and make a strong throw over to first. We're gonna see it back here.
You see him fully extended the throw across. It cut out before, but I kind of see what you saw. It was definitely bang bang. Either way, it goes in favor of the Namers as the defense so far is playing some good, solid baseball. Ball one taken in the dirt by Stone Fawcett, the catcher. A lot of college commits on this Chardon roster. You have Adrian committed, you have Lakeland committed, but the big one, Fawcett, going to Ashland. And you would have to figure he will back up the great Medina Highland catcher from last year, John Toth.
Exactly. I mean, both very good players, and he's probably trying to win that spot over him.
The 2-0, up and out for ball three. We got to see Toth back in the summer in the WRCL. He is still in the league, released not posting a team this season. He either went to Stark County or T3, I believe, but we will see him in a few weeks. The 3-0 is in there for strike one. And in talking to some of the baseball guys yesterday who looked at the result against Nordonia, they pointed out the Knights have a lot of slower pitchers, very similar to Russell Macetta. The 3-1, sky to right side. It will be fair. Svet's getting underneath it. So is Sastry. The second baseman takes it off of JR, and the side is retired in order. Good communication by the Namers all the way around.
Yeah, and they're able to go 3 up, 3 down. So exactly what you want to see out of your starting pitcher and your defense there. A little bit of help behind him, especially with the good play over at third by Garrett, but able to get out of it. 3 up, 3 down.
2 pop-ups with a grounded out sandwiched in between. Middle of one in Parma. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field for the bottom of the first inning. No score as the Hilltoppers went in order to begin the game. Strike one called on Harrison Frank. A good job by Tim Robinson, the starting pitcher for Chardon, as he hits the inside corner to begin his outing. Looking at Robinson's exploits so far this campaign, a 3.03 ERA, 3-1 record through 8 appearances, 32.1 innings pitched, 34 hits allowed, 21 runs, 14 of which were earned, 22 walks, and 26 punch-outs. Not at all a bad record on the bump for Robinson this season. The 2-1, inside, almost connects, but unable to do so. 3-1. After Harrison Frank, it goes to Nick Nemeth. Swing and a miss. We will have to wait one more pitch to see Nemeth. But a good response from Robinson, just blowing it right past Frank. Wasting no time. The payoff pitch, it misses low. A leadoff walk for Harrison Frank.
Definitely, you can already tell kind of the pace difference between the pitchers. Russell was taking a little bit more time in his pitches, and now Chardon comes up and really he's getting the ball back and pretty much firing it back in there, but gives up the leadoff walk.
I was about to say, even if there was something to interject with, he really did not have time to say anything in between his pitches.
Pretty much, yeah.
0-1 now the count on Nemeth, and I think we are going to see the 0-1 pretty much right now. But this time he takes more time, checks the runner. That's the right thing to do. The danger with the speed that he pitches at is the moment he comes set and goes, that's an immediate tell for Harrison at first base.
I was going to say possibly a balk if he doesn't come set all the way.
But if he does the same exact motion every single time without variance, Frank is easily going to take second base no matter how quick of a pop Fawcett has. Fouled away by Nemeth, 1-2.
I mean, you can kind of tell. He stepped off before that pitch, but you can kind of tell because he held it just a little bit longer than he normally. I mean, usually, as you can see on your screen, he pretty much comes set and he's pitching.
1-2 the count on the designated hitter, Nick Nemeth. Frank will break. Cranked by Nemeth into left field. It will be caught for out number 1, and Harrison Frank is able to scamper back to the bag at 1.
Yeah, Harry made a nice slide into second base, but he had to get up and turn right around.
That's the unfortunate part of the hit and run. If the hit is right to the defense, the run does not mean go to second. It means go right back to where you started. But now Brandon Preisel steps in. A little bit of a switch in the order as Preisel now bats in front of Wisniewski. I've just been so used to saying Wiz is number 3.
Yeah, usually it's like that, but I guess they kind of do the little switcheroo on us today.
We will see if it works out as Preisel has been the hot bat and the back pick from Fawcett not in time. But Cam, I'm not convinced Harry was back in.
That was very close.
But Stone Fawcett meaning business from the get-go behind the dish.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's got a good arm. We saw him at bat. Wasn't able to get anything done, but looking to make an impact on today's game.
Good response by Robinson on the mound. But as we said, Preisel has been the hot bat so far this week. That's why he moves up a couple of slots after not even hitting on Saturday. Saturday, Holy Name, across 2 games, 25 combined runs, the best stretch of the season for the Namers. He missed game 1 as his sister was being confirmed, and then game number 2 he pitched and was never re-entered. He missed the offensive explosion, but he joined the party a day or 2 late. Runner goes, cranked just over Holy Name's dugouts. Michael Exick very nearly got given a gift by Preisel.
A gift being a bump on his head.
Preisel down 1-2 in the count. Frank still at first, getting a good lead over there. We could see him potentially make the jump and go. He will stay put. It's a swing and a miss from Preisel after the leadoff walk. A good response from Robinson. The last 2 have been retired in order. Now the 4-hitter Wisniewski steps in. We will see how he approaches this. Force at second and first with 2 down. He usually likes to put the ball on the ground or like a light lollipop hit into the outfield. We'll see if he can get a better barrel on it during this plate appearance. Right now, Robinson dominating after the slow start. The 0-1 skips past Fawcett, and finally Harrison Frank is into second base. That makes Wisniewski's job a whole lot easier.
Yeah, now Harry before he was going on any contact because of the 2 outs, but now good opportunity if a single is lined into center that Harry could come home to score.
Wisniewski has been able to get that job done quite a bit this season. Off the plate, but brought back in by Fawcett, 1-2 the count. To date, Wisniewski batting .288 with 17 hits and 7 RBIs. The 1-2 down low, but blocked by Fawcett. A good recovery by Stone behind the dish. Another pass ball would have been really big for the Namer offense, but in the end, Stone is able to make the adjustment on the fly. And there is strike 3 called down low. The side is retired. 2 straight punch outs for Tim Robinson.
Yeah, very good breaking ball right there. Just freezes Wisniewski. And, I mean, that's all it took.
It was absolutely perfect from Tim Robinson. Once again, a very shaky start, but he retires 2, 3, and 4 in order. One inning down at Ron Mottl Field, no score. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. No hits so far. Only a free pass has given us a base runner. A slow start to this game. No score through one. Cam, your thoughts on the opening frame?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last half inning. Robinson works way quicker than Russell does, really, on the mound. We're going to see Russ tries to work quickly this inning, maybe.
First pitch of the frame is a good one. 0-1 the count on the number 4 hitter, Kyle McCoy.
And I talked about that during the pregame a little bit. He just needs to get those first pitch strikes, being able to get ahead of the batter.
After this season, McCoy will play college ball at Adrian over in Michigan. His stats read as such: 277 average, 18 hits, 12 RBIs, a pair of doubles, and 5 stolen bags. The pitch. A good response by Macetta. Now 1-2.
Yeah, umpire seems to really like that outside corner, so I think both pitchers are going to try and make their living over there.
And I feel like if that continues to happen, you will see Wisniewski move closer to that line. And that's kind of a sign of things to come as it is fouled away to that right side. A couple of foul balls, but the big one, it clears the left field wall, but in foul territory, as we said. A little bit more to the right, and Chardon would have recorded their first home run of the season. Still 1-2 the count on McCoy. The pitch. Just missing a good miss from Russell. And we'll talk about it a lot during this broadcast. His slower speed is tough to adapt to. You can kind of see on your screen the Hilltoppers are towards the front of the batter's box, something you usually do not see at the varsity level. Chopped foul again by McCoy. A very good survival at bat.
Yeah, that one just a little bit underneath it, just off the top. I mean, he looked like he probably would have barreled that, maybe hit off the little end cap there, but still another foul ball.
Macetta looking for the knockout punch, unable to get it. Foul to the left side this time. Yet another survival swing. I believe foul ball number 3 of the at-bat. McCoy has been battling. The question is, can he straighten one out? That's all he has to do. A lot easier said than done, but given the way he has swung the bat in this battle, he definitely has the pieces in place. Right side again, it will trail foul. Sastry underneath it, makes the grab for out number 1. A long at-bat finally favors Macetta on the mound.
Yeah, it finally comes to an end. Another foul ball, but that one stayed in play and was high enough that Sastry was able to camp under it and finally record the first out.
That is the third pop-out of the game for the Chardon offense. 75% hit rate in that department. The only one that wasn't was a ground out to Nemec that was really a web gem. First pitch into Cintiq is a strike. 0-1.
Again, living on that outside corner. I think if I were towards Zedlow, I would pretty much be setting up out there and then maybe come back inside every once in a while.
He listens to you here, but it misses upstairs. 4-1.
I mean, you're the catcher expertise, so really I feel like you would know better than me.
And I completely agree. You set up on that outside corner every time if you can, and that's where you kind of get creative with the glove placement. The 1-1. Runs inside, ground ball to Preisel at short. A nasty hop in the end. He recovers, and the play is made. 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, a very good play like you said, a really kind of weird, nasty hop it took, but right into Preisel's glove, and he was able to recover and make the nice strong throw over to first for the out.
We will watch this one back. Just really crazy how he was able to get that ball. It kind of moved in an unorthodox fashion. That's why you stay down on a ground ball.
But, I mean, especially on turf, you really don't expect that, but might have hit a wayward pellet or possibly a rock. You never know.
Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on the designated hitter, Cal Smith.
If I'm not mistaken, he has started all of this inning off with first pitch strikes, which is, I mean, talked about it, and I will continue to talk about it. It's really a good key to success.
Now 0-2 the count on Smith. Cal entering play tonight, batting .269 with 14 hits and 12 RBIs. And as well on the base path, 5 stolen bags. A very good campaign for number 18, the junior. The 0-2. Portillo sets up outside. Ground ball to Preisel. Scoops it up again. It's Groundhog Day. The Namers get Chardon in order.
Yeah, for the second inning in a row. Russell has faced the minimum number of batters, and that's exactly what you want to see. Your defense helping out behind you, but now your offense gets another chance to come to bat and possibly put you up here.
As we watch the replay, Preisel does a good job. He stays low once again. That has been one of Holy Name's biggest issues this year with ground balls. They get high, they try and anticipate the hop. When it doesn't happen, they can't react. Preisel does the same exact thing this time. No extracurricular activity from the baseball. The side goes in order. Middle of 2 at Ron Mottl Field. Chardon 0, Holy Name 0, your score. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Holy Name's offense looking for a breakthrough as we enter the bottom of the second inning. No score on SmeeSports this afternoon. A good defensive battle so far, but what will it take for either side to finally get some offense rolling?
I think you got to get that leadoff batter on, and then maybe a stolen base, maybe you play a little small ball, try and bunt him over, and then probably a well-placed hit will finally be able to score that first run.
1-2 the count on Garrett Nemec, the first hitter of the inning. 5, 6, and 7 set to hit for the Green Wave. Svets and Sastry to follow. The 1-2 fouled away down the right field line, well curving over towards the bullpen. Again, Nemec looking for a breakthrough. Almost had it, but the mound helps the defense. It's a routine ground out for out number 1. Good composure by Smith over at short as he is able to read the ball off of the rubber.
Yeah, good job just staying put with it, and like you said, last inning, not really staying. He was able to stay down on the ball, and in case of any hiccups on it, still able to get it.
First pitch to Svets is a ball, a potential bunting candidate, nobody on, but with his speed, he really doesn't need anybody on to reach via the bunt. Almost offered there. Very close.
And he checks and he went on it.
So now 1-1 the count on Joe Svets. I agree with that decision. Initially, it looked like they were going to say he held back. Lined over towards second base. It's a simple one-hopper. The play is made at 1. 2 up, 2 down.
Very quickly. I mean, we talked about in the first inning, Robinson pitches very quickly, and we're seeing it here.
That was Gable, the extra player, if you will, for Chardon. He will not hit this afternoon as of right now. The DH is in the lineup for him. But so far, one play, one made. Now Sasha will step in. Bases cleared, already 1 home run this year. He hasn't hit one in nearly a month. But all it takes is one pitch going in favor of JR, and that ball is gone.
He had one during batting practice today, and I told him to do it again in the game.
The 0-1 from Robinson. Misses off the plate. Count even. We could have a really quick game. It looks like we will, but knowing that, the offense is randomly going to present itself at some point today. Sasha, a good cut down the left field line. Foul now 1-2. It just depends when which team makes their adjustments first and makes their adjustments better. That is the main question we are asking. The 1-2 to Sastry is popped into right center field. It has a chance to get down, and it will fall in no man's land. That is the first base hit of the game.
Yeah, I mean, usually we don't see that from Sastry, but it looks like he was kind of able to just reach his bat out there and looks maybe hit it off just the end of it and just able to bloop it in there.
A base hit is a base hit. Obviously, with 2 down, a chance that it means nothing, but still, Holy Name, they strike first in that category with Tordzidlo now stepping in. A good chance for Holy Name to potentially force a run across this inning. They would still need a lot to go their way if they were to find the opener. And that is something going their way. A big crank by Tordzidlo, and it is gone! Where in the world did Tordzidlo learn to go yard?
Wow, I mean, what a hit. First pitch he sees, sends it over to left field wall. We thought JR could do that, but Mikey Tordzidlo said, I can too.
I will say it again. Where in the world did he learn to go yard? Unbelievable from Mikey Tordzidlo. Holy Name strikes first, and in a big way.
A very, very big way. I don't think either of us were expecting that. I don't think some of the team was expecting that. They kind of, when Mikey crossed home plate, they were kind of giving him, like, where was that?
First career varsity home run for Mikey Tordzidlo opens the scoring. Now Luke Hudak will step in, the 9-hitter. Fouls it left side. It has a chance to be caught, but it will fall just in front of the left fielder, Rodiger. Going back to JR's hit, I said it may have not mattered at the time, but for sure now it does.
Absolutely. I mean, really doubles Holy Name's lead, if you will. I mean, albeit it's only one more run, but still could be crucial down the line in this game.
I'll tell you what, though, about Tordzidlo. His favorite color, those green trees.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, Jenny.
But the green and white, they love to hit the long ball when they have a chance. Hudak, another one to the left side. This one will be in and out of the glove. A good dive by Rodiger, but unable to squeeze it in time.
Very, very close play. Almost has it, but like Smee said, just in and out of the glove.
I was talking to you during warm-ups and really when Holy Name was taking BP, and that was a long time ago. But I was saying Hudak was doing a good job just piecing the ball into the outfield, something that he has had some struggles with this season, but it appears, at least at that point, he was doing a good job. Ground ball to second. That will retire the side, but I don't think Holy Name is bothered by that ending by any means. Mikey Tordzidlo out of nowhere opens the scoring. It's a 2-run bomb over the left field wall. 2 innings complete, and Mikey Tordzidlo is the man of the hour. Holy Name up 2-0 on Chardon. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. What an ending to the bottom of the second inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Namers. They find the first base hit of the game courtesy of J.R. Sastry. Then the catcher Mikey Tordzidlo hits his first career varsity home run a day before senior night. That's the difference. 2-0 Holy Name your score as we enter the third inning of play at Ron Mottl Field. The 1-0 is popped up but out of play. Count even.
And it's really been a quick game so far, except from the hit from JR, and then obviously Mikey's trotting around the bases.
It's 7, 8, and 9 set to hit this inning for Chardon. They are looking for their first base runner of the game. 2-1 now the count on Robinson. This could be the at-bat that he makes it happen. He's a pitcher, so is Masetta. They both understand the strike zone, but that really benefits the hitter in this exercise as it is lined into left field. A leadoff single puts Chardon on the base path for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just when you were talking about looking for their first hit, finally able to crack on Russell Masetta and get their first base hit.
They needed some sort of spark this inning, particularly at the beginning of the frame, and that's the spark they wanted. A man aboard. The tying run now in the box in Chad Prince, the first baseman. Runner at first, nobody out, but first a throwback. Not in time. But in this game, Russell Masetta, 6 up, 6 down, no strikeouts. And then he did have that hit moments ago. But overall, a really good day from Russell. Ball one now taken by Prince. He definitely needs to attack the zone a little bit more here. He cannot give a free pass up, putting 2 on, nobody out. That would be a big hole for Holy Name to have to dig themselves out of. Throwback and not in time once again. But you have to wonder for Holy Name, how long will Russell Masetta pitch in this contest? We've talked about it a few times, especially the first time through the order. He is a really efficient pitcher based on his velocity being slower. But the second go-around, that is usually when teams start to figure him out, very similar to Alliance's Brody Bugera. I believe we see him for a few more innings, but I would be surprised to see him in the 6th or beyond. Swing and a miss for strike one. Cam looking at Holy Name in this contest. The defense, they've made a couple of good plays. How do you go out there after the home run and kind of bring yourself down to earth once again?
Well, I think you kind of got to play with that energy a little bit. You got to feel rejuvenated that you got the lead now. You got to feel pretty good coming into this game. I mean, you got the lead now with the Tordzidlo home run. You got to feel pretty good and possibly, maybe move on your feet a little bit, play with that energy.
Throwback not in time, and it will escape JR, but he is able to pick it up before the runner advances. I was about to say, if he caught it, that throw was right on the money, a bang-bang play.
That would have been very, very close.
And as well, a ground ball up the gut that could be a double play ball for the Namer defense. That has to be in the mind of Prince right now. 3-1 the count, the pitch. It is low, ball four, it won't matter. The first 2 batters of the inning reach, one on a base hit, the other on a free pass.
And now Tordzidlo's going to go out and talk to Masetta on the mound. Probably a smart idea. I mean, really cruise through those first 2 innings, 3 up, 3 down in both of them. And now the first 2 on here look for Chardon as they're trying to even up the score or even try and take the lead.
It'll be Ty Rodiger stepping in, the left fielder. He could have been a scratch for today's game, but after warm-ups, he was deemed good to go. This is a good spot for him to really tell his coaching staff, I am ready. Whatever was bothering me pregame, it's gone. And especially with the playoffs coming up and a very tough matchup potentially on the horizon, he needs to be 100%. And as many guys on this roster also have to be as well. You look at the next couple of games for Chardon. Max Prep says they're either at Kirtland or at home against Bay on Saturday. Then they host Lakeside before going to Green next Saturday. But after they play Lakeside, they play the winner of Garrett Morgan and St. Vincent St. Mary. The Fighting Irish, definitely a good campaign so far. One of their biggest games of the season is tomorrow night at Canal Park as they take on Hoban. That'll be a big test for Coach Shepard and the rest of the Fighting Irish squad. 1-1 the count on Roediger. Masetta checks and deals. Pop to the right side, but out of play for strike 2. But right now, Masetta has to be focused on getting out number 1 at the plate. If it is a fly out, depending on where it is, at minimum corners, otherwise 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, like you said, really trying to go for that strikeout or possibly a double play ball up the middle.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Roediger. Masetta sets and fires. Good block by towards Zidlow, but it will go down as a ball, 2-2.
And the runner on second was kind of just waiting for Mikey to throw back. Wonder if possibly Svets goes in there. I mean, usually you won't throw directly down because if the runner sees that, we'll mostly just take off for third.
Masetta trying again. The 2-2 sent into right center field. Harrison Frank tracks it down. The runner at second base will tag. That will put runners at the corners with 1 down. Roediger does his job.
Yeah, I mean, literally exactly how you said it. Depending on where they put the ball in the outfield, if they were able to, we would possibly see corners. Now it looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and probably talk to Russell on the mound just for a second here.
If he can get out of this inning and kind of pitch quickly in the 4th, we could see him in the 5th, but I think pretty much the ends of this outing result in him being pulled after 4.
I would assume so, but the next question you beg to differ is who pitches next?
And keep in mind, it wasn't until Tuesday's game that Masetta was deemed the starter for today. It was supposed to be Frankie Germano, but Harrison, a rough start on the mound. Frankie came in, well exceeded his pitch count, and he can't throw in this one. Wisniewski still available. Nemeth, you would say, is an arm, but he can't throw, so no longer really an option. You could see Preisel, you could see Hudak. You could even see Gorey come back in for an inning as, once again, just like Masetta, in a small sample size, he could do a really good job on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him on Tuesday. All 3 lefties pitched in that game, which I didn't realize until after, but I mean, still did really well in that. I think that was the 7th inning that he pitched.
And we also could see Garrett Nemec come in for a redemption outing. Keep in mind, Saturday was the first time he pitched since summer ball when he injured his arm. Corners, 1 down is the scenario that Justin Smith sees himself in. Over 1 on the day with a pop out to Preisel at short.
Surprised we didn't see the runner take off, or at least the delayed steal there, especially with it only being 1 out.
Chardon, I think, going to play this one a little bit safer. This time he goes, but fouled away. 1-1 the count. And I feel like 1-0 count, you see the runner go. That's one you just simply eat, as if it's fouled away, you play your hand.
Yeah, and now the runner's got to go back to first, and I know from first-hand experience, after you steal and then you go back, you're definitely a little bit winded. So interesting to see if they're going to try and make him go again here or maybe take a pitch off and then go again.
If Masetta can make this one, too, that makes it a whole lot more difficult on the base path. A good throw from towards Zidlow, beating the runner at third. Side's retired. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him go again at the same time. Chardon, a very scrappy team. The 1-1 grounded to third. Nemec checks the runner, plays it over to first. They go for the double play, and they get it! A great defensive recovery by the Namers retires the side, but at the same time, Chardon does score their first run of the game.
Yeah, I mean, for a second it looked like Garrett wanted to turn 2 initially, or possibly even go home when he first got it. Little bit of a double pump there, but then throws it on over to first. They get the first out, and then as you see on the replay, just in time for the second out. Good tag there by Garrett just to get him on the foot before he slid in.
They sacrifice the run going home, but in the process of doing so, they get their double play. The Namer defense playing smart on the diamond. 2-1, Holy Name, your score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Chardon gets one of the 2 runs back that they needed to find, but in the end, Holy Name up by 1 as Harrison Frank leads off the bottom of the 3rd inning with a single.
Yeah, last inning we saw with 2 outs, they were able to score twice, courtesy of the Torzedlo home run. But this time, Harry jumps on the first pitch he sees, second time through the order, finally able to get on for the 3rd hit now of the day for the Namers.
And you saw in the replay, it was so quick after a commercial break, we got the back end of it in. That is how quick Harrison Frank began this inning. 1-0 the count on Nemeth as he steps in. As you could imagine, 1, 2, and 3 set to hit this inning for the Namers. They definitely want to get that run back that they surrendered, but it came at the price of
a nice double play.
Exactly. 2-for-1 kind of sacrifice. I feel like you keep the tying run off the base path. You keep the go-ahead off the base path. 1 scores. It happens. Swing and maybe a tip. They do say it is tipped. Either way, 1-1 the count.
They're really keeping an eye on over there at first base with Harrison.
He did break last time, and he was able to take second base via a passed ball. Namath thought about it, but holds off for ball 2. They have really attacked him so far in his 2 plate appearances.
I mean, they've really attacked all the hitters. The only 2 that were really able to attack Robinson on the mound were, well, so far, Harrison this inning, and then the last 2 were Sastry and Torzedlo.
And we will potentially see Sastry this inning. Sastry more likely than Torzedlo. But based on the way the Namers are playing this, it is really a 50-50 call of how far into this inning they can go. With Harry on to begin the inning, that's a good sign, but Nemeth has been putting the ball on the ground a lot more in recent games. That could be a double play. Same with Preisel. You have 2 guys who are used to hitting ground balls in the last couple of games. Frank will break. It is hit, and it will go and stay in on the dirt, and there is almost a double play. Frank is back in by the skin of his teeth and a little bit of luck.
Yeah, the ball just got away at the end. I thought it was going to be an easy double play. Well, not easy double play, but I thought it was going to be a tailor-made double play.
But Fawcett does a good job just getting back there. It's off the screen, and then you see Frank hustle back. The throw beat him. The drop really kills Chardon there. Either way, 1 down as Preisel steps in. And exactly what we were talking about. How far into this inning can the Namers go? We were almost given a pretty good answer.
Yeah, they were trying to do their best Holy Name impression with getting a double play.
0-1 the count on Preisel, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout swinging. Now 0-2, and it's faked back by Fawcett.
Really keeping an eye on him. I mean, Harrison has gone twice. Both of them have been in play, and he's been able to get back safely.
In a game like this, a tight affair, you're going to have to do everything to keep the runners honest. He will go, bounces to Fawcett, and that will give Frank second base at long last.
Third time's a charm. Only the second time this go around. No, because it's the only time he's been on base. No, he opened up with the walk. Yes.
Shopped weakly by Preisel. He has a chance to beat it as it splits the defense. The throw is in time for out number 2, but that will put Harrison Frank 90 feet away from home. That is getting the job done. It's not a bunt in the stat book, but still.
It's a swinging bunt.
It looks like one on film. Run number 3, 90 feet away as Ryan Wisniewski steps in. He struck out, looking his last time up, and he responds with an RBI single into left center. Holy Name gets the run back, make it 3-1 Green Wave. What a piece by Wisniewski.
Yeah, very, very good hit there as I, of course, accidentally set the camera the wrong way. Clicked the wrong number. So, my bad.
Either way, Holy Name, they wanted one back. They get it.
And that's really all because Harrison able to steal second, and then the kind of the pseudo swinging bunt, and then Wisniewski just does the job and gets the nice line drive single.
Hit number 18 on the year for Ryan, RBI number 8. A very good breakout campaign in 2025 for Ryan Wisniewski. He was the surprise of the season. We saw him in the scrimmage. He and Garrett had the doubles as they were able to really become breakout stars for this team. Wisniewski especially, out of nowhere, came in and took a starting spot that he was really never in consideration for up until March.
I mean, absolutely. It's kind of just those rising stars that you see out of the ranks. I mean, was on JV most of last year, and then I think he finally got called up once we got to the playoffs just to get some experience. But now he's up here, and he's really showing you why he belongs.
Next year, with a lot of seniors vacating spots, 7 to be exact, the underclassmen are going to need to step up, and as well, you look at the guys on the bench, they will have to as well. Runner goes, the throw is in time, and so is the tag.
No, he dropped it. He dropped the ball.
Initially, they did call him out, but the second look by the umpire in the field gives him second.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to watch it back. Just like you said, the throw definitely beat him. The tag beat him too, but I think maybe when he slid in there, he knocked the ball out. Oh, I think that's exactly what happened. When he slid in there, he slid right into the ball.
Ball down low. Nemec doing a great job hanging in. Another runner in scoring position for the green and white. Can they capitalize? The pitch. Foul down the right side. A good cut from Nemec. After Garrett, it will go to Joe Svets. What a time would it be for him to bunt potentially, even though there are 2 outs? Who would expect it on this defense?
That's very true.
The payoff pitch. Down low for ball 4. 2 on, 2 down now for the Namers.
I mean, just to your point, I feel like we probably won't see him, but we're probably going to see him swing away here, but always could be in the back of their mind. I mean, Chardon, like you said, no real common opponents between these two teams, and unless they're watching the film of this game, I mean, they're pretty much playing behind the runners, so could possibly lay one down.
Swing and a miss 0-1. The only common opponent was Kenston, I believe. And that is the case. It would have been U.S. as well, but Holy Name had that game canceled. Unfortunate that one could not be rescheduled. EC was bumped in last week in its place as conference games take priority. The 0-2 pieced up the middle. It is a single for Svets. They will send Wisniewski. There will be no contest at home. It's an RBI single for Joe Svets. Make it 4-1 Holy Name.
And that one literally sent exactly where it came from. I think if the pitcher, Robinson, wouldn't have moved out of the way, it might have hit him. I mean, as we watch it back right here, pretty much would have hit him if he hadn't fallen off to the right side of the mound. But just a good piece of hitting, another good piece of hitting with 2 outs, and Holy Name able to add to their lead.
Since the last time Holy Name played, they have moved up 25 spots in the state rankings according to Max Preps, and you are seeing why.
Yeah, I mean, their hitting has really come alive, especially on those 2 Saturday games where they swept the doubleheader. But, I mean, really, I think it might have been that game that really put a charge in them to get their offense going and has really been rolling, especially throughout that first Padua game. A little bit less in the second, but here today, still rolling.
0.1 less runs earned this year in comparison to last. 0.7 less runs allowed. So overall, that plus minus in favor of Holy Name, but 4.29 runs per game opposed to 4.37. Not exactly 0.1, but very close to it. And if Holy Name scores another run today, which they might courtesy of Sastry here, it would improve. He will make it 2 for 2 on the day. And why not add an RBI on for good measure? 5-1 Holy Name. Svet's back in safe. And the hit parade continues.
A big line drive, kind of a looping line drive out to right field and just falls fair. I mean, just a good piece of hitting. Again, 2-out hitting. That's exactly how all of the runs have scored today for Holy Name. I mean, the first inning, or in the second inning with the 2-run homer from towards Zidlow, and then this inning, all with 2 outs. We were able to see Harrison get up to second via the stolen base and then kind of the swinging bunt, and then Wisniewski the hit, 2-out hit, Svets the 2-out hit, and now Sastry with the 2-out hit, all providing runs for Holy Name.
I said it was Sastry. Why not? 2 for 2 on the day. Same for Torzidlo, but in a slightly elevated category. The 1-0. He hits it again deep to left field, still having some carry, but it will die just before the warning track, and the side is retired. Cam, it looks so similar to the first.
Yeah, I think we both looked up and were like, uh-oh. But that one, able to stay into the ballpark. Might have got a little bit caught up in the wind. So, but still, Holy Name able to recover their runs that they gave up and more in that inning, and really looking good as they go out here for the top of the 4th.
The Namers putting on a show at Ron Mottl Field against the 2022 state champs. Holy Name 5, Chardon 1, your score through 3. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field for the start of the 4th inning of this OHSAA battle between Holy Name and Chardon. It's the Green Wave on top 5-1 for those just tuning in. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. A very good game for the Namers. I mean, 2 runs scored back in the 2nd inning courtesy of Mikey Torzidlo. 3 scored this time out just courtesy of RBI singles and just good heads-up base running.
And all with 2 outs. I mean, really, just an excellent job the Namers have done today with putting the ball in play just like that.
Almost to the gap. Frank will cut it off. Nonetheless, it is a lead-off base knock for Chardon. That's the exact start they wanted.
That's the exact same start as the bottom of the 3rd when Holy Name was able to score 3, except it was Frank with the first pitch liner up the middle, and that one pretty much the same.
Now Stone Fawcett will step back into the batter's box for the Hilltoppers. 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out to second base. But as things stand, the Namers in a very good spot to potentially add on in the next inning. And keep in mind, the run rule is 10 runs after 5. Obviously, that is a long way away, but you never know. If the offense can continue to play this way, they have a fighting chance to get there, or at a minimum, keep a good distance between them and the Chardon offense. 0-1 the count on Fawcett. The pitch from Macetta popped up, and it will carry on into the outfield, to left center to be exact. Frank underneath it makes the play for out number 1.
Good job there. Another pop out there. Well, that one was more of a fly out as it went to the outfield, but a good job of getting Stone out there.
Pretty much the big contact swings of the day have just been well underneath the baseball. They've hung up in the sky for a long time, and that has been the reason Macetta has had success. If the Hilltoppers can get a little bit closer to the center of the ball, they can definitely change this game for the better for them. 0-1 the count to begin this at-bat for Kyle McCoy, the third baseman, who, just like Fawcett, popped out his first time up. Once again, a lot of pop-outs in this game for the Hilltoppers. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Svets overplays it, dives, throws to 2, not in time, and everybody is safe.
Almost a really good play there. I think Svets was going to second because the runner started to break to second and then stopped.
But that's a tough one. As I said, he kind of just overcommitted to that side.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. He was sprinting to second base to cover the bag, and then the runner just ended up stopping, and then the hit. I mean, if he wouldn't have broken to the bag, probably would have been able to at least get the out of the lead runner on second. But nonetheless, now 2 on.
Dom Sintek stepping in. A ground out to Preissel was his fate in his lone plate appearance today. Macetta's first offering to him will just miss the zone. 1-0. For Holy Name next inning, it will be Hudak, Frank, and Nemeth set to swing. So 9-1-2. Macetta doing a nice job staying in this game on the mound for the Green Wave. We will see how long he can survive. Once again, he forces a pop-up. The defense turns it into a pop-out for out number 2.
Called it an infield fly regardless. So still now 2 outs. If you're Chardon, you were able to get 2 on this inning. Can you get them home?
At least the 4th or 5th pop-out of today's game. They have popped out so often.
Yeah, they're really getting under them. I mean, if they can just split the ball in half, could be a whole different ball game. But so far, Macetta is winning it on the mound.
And as well, tactically, Macetta is winning it in the dugout. First pitch of this at-bat, kept close by towards Zidlow. Ball 1 nonetheless, but that could have been a lot worse.
Probably helped that it went more towards that third base side and gave towards Zidlow a clearer sign of a clearer path to third. Excuse me.
Cal Smith stepping back in. 0-for-1 on the day. Just like Sintek, he grounded out to Preissel. Lined up the middle. Preissel unable to get there. They will send the runner. Can Harry get one heck of a heave? It looks on line. The tag not there. Chardon able to push a run across. Make it 5-2.
Very, very nice piece of hitting there, and almost a very close play at home, but the ball just escaped towards Zedlow's glove. Would have been interesting to see what the call was if Mikey was able to hold on. As you see on your screen, the good throw from Harry just on a bounce and then just kind of passed towards Zedlow's glove.
Hit number 15 on the year for Cal Smith and RBI number 13. A very good campaign for the junior, and based on at least warm-ups, the potential heir apparent to Stone Fawcett behind the dish next year. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Chardon trying to replicate the Namer offense from the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch is in there. 0-1 the count on Tim Robinson, the pitcher.
And it's still 1st and 3rd here, so you got to keep in mind the possible stealing.
We will see how the Namer defense plays this with runners at the corners, but first Macetta will step off.
And I think, as we saw the first time the runner went on that second pitch of the at-bat, looked like the runner was probably going to go there, so got to keep a close eye on him.
And he calls pitch out. but Torzidlo will block it for ball one. I like that move. Based on where he set up, I think that was supposed to be a pitch out.
Could have been, but unable to be executed there by Maceda. And now 2 in scoring position, looking really good for the Hilltoppers, but still 2 outs here.
Runners at second and third. The pitch. Ground ball left side of the infield. Preissel ranges over, bobbles it. No play. Make it 5-3. The Hilltoppers right back in it.
I mean, absolutely. Looked like a tailor-made just ground out there, but Preissel unable to come up with it. Looked like on the transfer, lost control of it.
It'll be interesting to see once again how the defense plays it. We asked that question a little bit ago, but once again, the question is still there. 2 down. That might be the way to score in this game. Get your 2 outs and then strike. First pitch into Prince is a ball. 1-0 the count. The first baseman was the second runner to reach for Chardon after Robinson singled to begin the top of the third. Tying run at first. Go ahead in the batter's box. The 1-0 runs inside, almost hits him. It's ball 2. And now the question is, if this is a walk, who warms up?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think Nemec would come into the game because you wouldn't have to sacrifice Maceda if you don't want him to be out of the game. Put him at first, put JR at third. Runner goes, the pitch is inside for ball 3. The tying run now in scoring position. We said earlier this could be defense. And now an aggressive move. They are bringing in a pinch runner. Fiorito, number 37, will be on to run. We saw him taking some warm-up reps over at second base, but based on his substitution of Robinson, either one, he will be in defensively and Robinson is done, or B, his day will be done here, as he would be the tying run in this game. The pitch. In there for strike 1. Based on that move cam, it's simple. If it's in the outfield, they're sending the runner from second to try and score at home.
It absolutely looked like they brought in a faster guy, so it's most likely what they're trying to do here.
Maceda ready for the 3-1. Chopped weakly left side. It's going to be a tough play. Nemec will crash. The throw, airmails, and that will tie the game at 5. Prince cruises to second. He wants more. He is going to third. He is in. Chardon ties it up. Out of nowhere. What a storm back by the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, and it looked like it was going to be a really tough play by Garrett just off your screen and then just throws way over Sastri's head. And, I mean, the runner ends up all the way at third base, as you can see. Ended up all the way in the corner over there towards the right side of the field.
Holy Name was up by 4. We threw out the question of could they force a run rule, but now 5-5, go ahead and run at third. It's a new ball game. 1-0 the count. But this Namer team, especially as of late, they know how to score runs. It's just, can they put the pieces in place when they need those runs the most?
And they need to get out of this inning.
That is first and foremost the big issue. And kind of in an awkward twist of irony, the 2-out offense once again provides a spark.
I mean, yeah, for both sides we've seen it now. And really, Chardon's looking for just another one of those hits.
They might have one. Maceda lets it travel, but the throw 2-1 is in time. The side is retired, but the Hilltoppers climb up the mountain, and they tie it up at 5. 5-5 your score. Great resilient offense with 2 down makes this one a whole lot more manageable for the boys in red. As we see Maceda make the play off to his right. A good scoop and throw to Sastry. No more damage done. It's a new ball game. We enter the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up at 5. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the fourth inning at Ron Mottl Field. 5-5 your score as Hudak will chop the first pitch of the inning to the right side. Play is made by Robinson as he covers. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch.
We saw it the last inning. Both of the first batters up that inning. Harrison for the Green Wave as he steps in now. First pitch hits by each team, and then that one attacked by Hudak, but unable to get on.
As we said last frame, we have a new ball game on our hands. It's a tie ball game after Holy Name did so well to take a big lead early. But the Hilltoppers showing why they won states 3 years ago. They still have a lot of guys who are at least there, or in the case of Fawcett, a key contributor that season.
Yeah, I mean, they really have been resilient. I mean, down early, but able to come back with that 2-out offense.
But right now, 3 straight balls to Frank. A very good spot for Harry, who so far today has reached on both plate appearances a walk and a base hit to his name. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It is a 4-pitch walk for Harrison Frank and the Namer offense.
Yeah, third. He's only 1 for 1 today in the scorebook, but that is his 3rd time reaching base, and that's exactly what you want to see out of your leadoff hitter. The question is, can Nemeth finally do something that can help him out?
Once again, Nemeth still nursing a right shoulder injury as he chops it left side. This could be 2. Bobbled at 3. The throw to 1 is in time for out number 2. A good recovery by McCoy. Make sure at least 1 runner is retired.
That was a very, very close play. I mean, we know how well Nemeth runs, but still just able to beat him out by probably a half step.
Go ahead run in scoring position in the form of Harrison Frank. Preisel steps back in, 0 for 2 on the day, but he is in search of what would become hit number 14 on the year.
Does the 2-out offense continue for the Namers? We saw it for the Hilltoppers. The question is, like I just said, does it continue for the Namers? Have scored all of their runs today via the 2-out base hits, and, well, obviously the 1 base hit, which extra base hits, was Mikey Torzillo's home run.
The big difference, though, right now, the 2 errors from the Namer defense back-to-back, and that is really what is killing them right now. The pitch runs inside on Preisel, but clips the corner. A good spot hit by Robinson. There was some action in the Chardon bullpen a little while ago, but since then it has subsided. Same with the Namer bullpen. Nothing there, but nothing going in the first place. Preisel pops it shallowly into right center. It will fall in no man's land, and Holy Name will retake the lead. It's an RBI single for Brendan Preisel.
The 2-out offense continues. I mean, pretty much what we saw from Sastry back when he was hitting, kind of just reached out there and sends it almost in the exact same area. Really, I call that, whenever 3 players are converging on it and it drops in the middle, I just call it like the triangle, or the Bermuda Triangle, and really it's just an area of who is going to get there first, or can anyone even get there, and on that time we see no one gets there. That one gets away at first, but Preisel still stays there. I think
he got tripped.
That's what I was going to say.
And he will be given second base based on that interference, and I think that is the right call.
I do believe so. The home plate umpire called it out first just to make sure that the infield umpire saw it as well, and now another good opportunity for the Namers here.
Ryan Wisniewski stepping back in. He had an RBI single in his last at-bat of the game. First pitch misses low, ball 1. This is the 3rd go-around of the game for the Namer order. Chardon will begin their 3rd in the top of the 5th. Wisniewski looking to establish a little bit of a cushion. But as we saw, the 4-run cushion of last inning wasn't enough to keep the Hilltoppers at bay. And you have to wonder, who is next on the mound for both teams, as I don't think, based on the way the pitch counts have been going up every single inning, that you are going to see Robinson and Macetta pitch through the 6th.
I would agree. I will check on the pitch counts momentarily.
It also depends who Chardon has thrown in the past couple of days. They had senior night yesterday, so I assume it was a senior, but we will see. Ground ball left side. It is through for Wisniewski. They will hold up. Preissel put runners at the corners with 2 down. Ryan Wisniewski now 2 for 3. His breakout campaign continues to get better.
Yeah, I mean, just another single there, just through the infield. Unable to score a prize, though, but still a good piece of hitting. Now, could we see some trickery here with the first and third play?
Hit number 19 on the year for Wiz, 1 away from a 20-plus hit season. Once again, out of nowhere. Really impressive. He has been the breakout guy of the year for the Namers. Ball 1 taken by Garrett Nemec, who walked in his last at-bat.
Robinson is already at 75 pitches today.
We will see how much longer he can stay in this game. If he exceeds 85 in this inning, I think this will be the end of the line. Fawcett does a nice job to snag it, but either way, 2-0 the count in the on-deck circle. I think Chardon very happy to see Joe Svets opposed to the other JS in J.R. Sastry.
I would assume so. Now it looks like the catcher and first baseman will go meet on the mound with the pitcher, try and calm him down here, tell him that it's okay. All he needs is just one more out. But really, he needs to focus on throwing strikes. A lot easier said than done.
With the first baseman coming over, I kind of think it's going to be a first and third play. If he sees a sign that he thinks is the go sign over at first, he's going to go over there and say it, and they will put something on. I've seen that a number of times in my day where the first baseman comes over and all of a sudden there's a play on. But right now it's not, and whatever adjustments were made works out. 2-1 now the count on Nemec. But I still wouldn't be surprised to see something potentially extracurricular from the Chardon defense. The 2-1 off the plate, ball 3.
This is exactly where you want to be if you're Garrett in the batter's box. You're probably going to get a fastball, probably something to hit here. You got to look to drive it.
With Joe Svets in the on-deck circle, bases loaded, we could see a lot of things happen. But instead it is a full count. Svets not the most power, but he is a very crafty hitter.
Yes. Wisniewski will be off on the pitch, though. So, possibly with the runner in motion, does Garrett able to go backside?
And as the catcher, you have to know this is a full count not to throw down. And it won't matter. Wisniewski, he gets hit by the invisible sniper. Either way, it's ball 4.
He did it purposefully.
Walk number 2 of the day for Garrett Nemec. Bases loaded now for Joe Svets. An awkward piece off the bat saw him earn an RBI single in his last at-bat. Bases loaded, 2 down. Sastry, it looks like just retrieving a bat, but I think he wishes he could trade places right now with Joe Svets.
I would agree.
First pitch is in there, 0-1. If Svets did not have the RBI last time up, I think you would have seen a pinch hit for a guy like Alexic to bring in and try and capitalize here. But they're going to trust Svets. 1-1 the count, and once again, I think that's the right call. You save your pieces for later on in the game.
Absolutely. Kind of still early on here. Svets needs to protect now, down with 2 strikes.
If Svets is the end of the line for the Namer offense, it goes to Sastry towards Zidla and Hudak. The 1-2 fouled away, a good survival swing.
A good fight there. He's able to protect off that one. But he still needs to be able to fight in this count and not go down swinging or looking.
Svets 1 strike away from being retired, but 2 foul balls keep him in it. 1 strike away from being retired, but 1 swing away from being a Namer hero.
Yeah, I mean, especially with 2 outs, everyone's going on contact.
The 1-2 runs inside. Once again, it is tipped foul, and that is off of Stone Fawcett. He appears to be okay. That is what is most important right now.
Absolutely. Looks like he's going to be okay. I mean, directly off the bat from Svets there. Took a big ricochet. The umpire's going to give Fawcett some time.
With a lot of games nearing their conclusion, we will have some updates later on in this broadcast. We will have Tri-C and Macomb updates as well. Tri-C losing 13-9 earlier today to Kellogg. Kellogg will take on Lansing tomorrow afternoon. The winner makes it to the regional championship. The loser plays the winner of Tri-C and Macomb tomorrow afternoon. And then the winners reconvene on Saturday to conclude the regional. Count now even on Svets. And as well, a big one over at Holy Name. The Parma Holy War, the conclusion of that game. 9 seconds of the third forward. That will be over there. Line left side, is it through? No, it's not. Inches away from glory is Svets.
Wow, I mean, that was so close. And I mean, down the line, definitely would have scored 2 runs. Garrett was already almost at second base, possibly, depending on how close the left fielder was, could maybe send him, but probably would have ended up at third. But doesn't even matter because it was foul.
Coach Masetta just giving some words of wisdom to Joe Svets, telling him to hang in. They throw back before the 2-2, almost in time. Oh, I think they had him.
I think they did too. I don't think the umpire had the best angle over there. Little craftiness.
An extra life for Joe Svets. He has been so close, but yet so far. Can he thread the needle? 2-2 the count. The pitch. It's off the plate, but blocked by Fawcett. It is full. Everybody in motion on the delivery.
Yeah, and this is when you have to throw your best pitch if you're Robinson. And Svets, you got to be able to attack or at least fight it off for another pitch.
A big pitch, the biggest of the game. Fouled away by Svets again.
I think that's the 4th or 5th foul ball. And I mean, Svets has just done a great job. Was down 1-2 early in this at-bat, but has fought back. 3-2 full count. Looking for a pitch he can finally hit and drive. So we saw that one just down the third baseline foul.
This is going to be yet another big pitch. Svets fouls it away again. Coach Masetta loving it over in the third base coaching box.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, your player's going to battle up there for you and doing all he can to try and get these runs across.
For the third time, the biggest pitch of the game. It is down low. Svets finally wins the battle. Price will applause as he crosses home. Holy Name has their insurance.
That was a very close pitch. A great eye there by Joe Svets. I mean, probably helped after all these pitches that he has seen. And just like you said before the at-bat, the JS that you wanted up was in the on-deck circle, and now he's up with the bases still loaded.
And still a chance that Joe Svets will be the better of the two in this inning. But instead, Sastry hits it into left center. That will score one. They send Nemec from second. They will send a third. Here comes Svets. It is a bases-clearing RBI single, and Sastry is safe at second.
Wow. I mean, that is one heck of a hit. Both JSs were able to contribute. Svets to walk, and then there, a nice line drive by Sastry, and then just kind of out in there. I mean, the outfield's probably a little bit wet, so the ball probably slowed down there, and then the throw home allows Sastry to move up to second. The Namers aren't done yet, and yet another 2-out hitting. I mean, it has just been unbelievable for them today. I think all 10 runs have been scored with 2 outs.
J.R. Sastry, I was saying there was still a chance that he would not have been the most influential of the two. The 3-run scoring is big, but at the same time, Svets gave him that opportunity by giving the battle of his life.
I mean, this team offense has just been electric the past couple of weeks, and we're seeing it here today. The question is, can Torzedlo keep it alive?
And going back to last inning, obviously the run rule not going to be in effect, but if the runs wouldn't have scored, they would have been 1 run away from it. So a lot closer than I think we expected them to be. And finally, there is some consistent action in the Chardon bullpen.
I mean, Robinson's already at 94 pitches. This one will be his 94th.
I think a while ago we said if he exceeds 85 in this inning, it will be closing time for him.
I assume this will be his last inning for sure.
Potentially one of his final pitches here, if not the last. The pitch. Torzedlo swings and misses, pulls off, and the side is retired. We will watch that one back. Torzedlo just unable to connect. That is the first strikeout since Wisniewski went looking in the first. Only strikeout number 3 on the day from Robinson. most likely his last. But most importantly for Chardon, the side is retired. But how about that from the Namer offense? Tied entering the frame. Why not double your tally? 10-5, the Namers lead Chardon on SmeeSports. As well, stay tuned after this ball game goes final as we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. The Namers finally get that big inning they have been searching for. 5-5 in the middle of the fourth, but they score 5 of their own in the bottom of the inning. Once again, Cam, the story of the ball game, 2-out offense.
Yeah, I mean, they have just done excellent with the 2-out offense, but so have Chardon. And after scoring a couple of runs last inning, they are hoping to get back on the board here.
0-1 the count to begin his at-bat on Justin Smith, the shortstop. The last time he was up, he hit into a very unconventional double play that also saw him come away with an RBI.
Yeah, very, very strange double play, like you said. Kind of that first to third play that we saw just a little bit earlier.
The 0-2 from Maceda, cranked into left field, a good amount of carry. Hudak unable to get there. It will die on the warning track. At least a double to begin the inning, and that is where it will end. Justin Smith uncorks. Welcome back to the offensive showcase, Chardon.
Yeah, I mean, just able to attack that pitch there and sends it a long way.
I see what you're doing there, and I'm also seeing what Smith is doing. A beautiful piece. Once again, Chardon looking dangerous to begin an inning.
And I said I was going to update you on the pitch count. Russell Maceda already with 65, so a lot less than Robinson. But he had a big inning with his pitch count. Does Maceda do the same here?
Chopped foul down the left field line, 0-1. And we do have some clarity. There's action in the bullpen. And on top of that, Nick Nemeth is taking some swings in the batting cage. The question is, how's his shoulder, and is that a test of if he can continue? It has been a while since he has been into swing. The 0-1 popped into shallow center. Frank gets underneath it as it adds a little bit of carry in the end. Nonetheless, it's out number 1. No movement on the base path after Booth will fly out.
I mean, they probably saw Harrison's arm from before. I mean, almost threw out the guy that was going home, but unable to get the tag down by towards Zedlow. So the Hilltoppers probably saw that and said, we probably shouldn't test him going to a shorter distance like third base.
Stone Fawcett will now step back into the game for Chardon. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 pop-outs / flyouts. 1 on, 1 down in the top of the 5th. Fawcett gives it a pop to that left side. Out of play, 0-1.
Yeah, still getting under the ball. You can see there, Fawcett on your screen, not happy with himself. Really looking to get into one and drive it.
He entered play today batting .257 with 18 hits and 12 RBIs, along with a pair of doubles. The 0-1. A good pop deep to center field. Frank still going back. He will finally make the play just in front of the warning track for out number 2. But that will advance the runner Smith 90 feet away from scoring.
A very, very long pop there. They're going to appeal to second base, but the umpire says he left after the catch, and I think that was the case. I mean, he blasted that ball, so plenty of time there.
I definitely agree with the decision. 2 down now. Do we see some more 2-out offense as Kyle McCoy steps in? 1 for 2 on the day with a pop out to first and a base hit. This would be the time for Chardon to put another run on the board. It helps them stay in this one. 1-0 the count. Still looking to get an ID as to who's in the bullpen. But now the change in right field makes a lot more sense. It's Ryan Wisniewski. The 1-0. Fouled away, now 1-1. So I don't think necessarily exits the game. He could still hit then, as he would just re-enter for Maceda, or re-enter for himself. Vega then, quote-unquote, enters for Maceda.
Correct.
A bit of confusion, but either way, he is still eligible until his batting slot comes and goes. And there's still a chance that Maceda then hits. The DH is for the pitcher, so that will be an interesting conversation to have. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Fouled into the backstop, just clearing it and just missing the press box.
Thankfully, it was off to that right side. If it came more central, possibly could have ended up with a ball in here.
And that one would go home with us. Because I am not sticking my hand out the box and just kind of lollipopping it over the fence.
Well, knowing you, it hit the little ledge there. It would miss.
Or knowing me, I'd just absolutely throw it over one of the other fences. It would go over, then re-exit the ball game. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Ground ball to Preisel. He stays low, makes the scoop and the play. The side is retired. No damage done.
Yeah, I mean, able to get past that leadoff double. Russell does a nice job of trusting his defense. I think both of them were flyouts. Yes, both of them were flyouts to Harry, and then Preisel able to come up with that illustrious third out there.
Russell Maceda doing his job on the mound. The Namer offense also doing their job. They look for more. 10-5 your score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. We have some score updates from around the grounds as promised before the bottom of the 5th inning. A final score in Lakewood. Buckeye gets the win 3-2 on the road. A somewhat shock result there. Over in Michigan, Tri-C was down 3-1 to Macomb. But in the bottom of the 2nd inning, it's some more 2-out offense. Bulls brings in 2. Diddy Farrell brings in 1. 2 in scoring position. 4-3 Tri-C on top. We will have more updates of that game as it progresses, especially since we are the broadcasting home of Tri-C baseball. And look out on this field. I mean, if we go to the overhead cam and you still can't see why we're mentioning Tri-C with their logo in left center, then I don't know.
Center.
Branding everywhere. An opposite field pop from Hudak. It will fall. Yet another base hit. 3 in his varsity career, all of which have come on this field.
Very nice piece of hitting there. Just lets the ball travel in and then goes opposite field. Very nice to get the leadoff runner on. Maybe, possibly, could lead to some non-2-out scoring for this team, dare I say.
I don't even know if that's a concept. I mean, you even see Tri-C adapting that ideology over in Michigan.
I guess that's just what everyone wants to do today.
First pitch is up and in on Harrison Frank. As well, score update from Olmsted Falls. Padua up big on the Bulldogs. 11-3 your score. And one final one from Copley. The Indians up 6-3 on Alliance in the sectional final. The 1-0. Misses upstairs for ball 2. And as well, we are still looking to get a score update from the Holy Name softball game. They have Lakeside. If they win, we will have the next round broadcasted here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Final score, Holy Name won 12-0 over Lakeside. Off the plate for yet another ball to Harrison Frank. I believe this is the second straight 3-0 count. Incredible work from Harrison Frank working these counts. It gets him in a good spot and a very good spot as well for Nick Nemeth. Throwback to 1, not in time. But Cam, if this game were to end 15-5, a very similar game script to Lutheran West last season. A little bit of a delay. A team that was supposed to really be favored against Holy Name, but the upset gets pulled.
Very, very true. Another walk there, and possibly we don't see any action in the bullpen. I mean, we saw some last inning and then subsided, and still none.
I got one more comp for you outside of the color of the jerseys. The catcher went yard.
Very true. Joey Ragone did go yard in that game.
If it wasn't for being falsely told that Xavier Rodriguez was set to set the single-season goal record at Holy Name, we would have been there for that broadcast. But in the end, we were bamboozled and saw Holy Name absolutely demolish North Ridgeville. A very good game from X, don't get me wrong, but we wanted to see that record. 0-1 the count on Nemeth. A prime spot to connect. Now 1-1. As well, on the mound right now for Chardon, it is number 27, John Timko, the sophomore with a 4.14 ERA.
That's why.
The pitch will still hit just off the plate, but finally goes in. 1-2. Definitely close on that outer edge. Nemeth, 1 strike left to work with. Can he get his first hit of the game? Timko sets and fires well off the plate for ball 2. You
can also see as Timko is working a lot slower than Robinson. Pardon me, but that's why I was looking that no one was in the bullpen, and it was really weird. I thought Robinson was still out here, but obviously we see the change now.
The 2-2. Ground ball right side, sneaking foul.
Just a little survival swing there by Nemeth. Kind of waited until the ball got all the way back in his stance and just fights it off there for the foul ball.
Timko as well, a slightly different arm angle. As well, it appears Vega will stay in the game full-time for Wisniewski and even bat in his place. He is getting ready in the hole. The 2-2 off the plate, the back pick. It might be in time. It is on the money. What a throw from Stone Fawcett.
Yeah, it really hasn't made that much of an impact on offense, but has definitely made the impact on defense as he gets the throw out there.
Well, that changes the dynamic of this inning completely.
I mean, yeah, from the first 2 being on to now being down, and Nemeth still down in the count here.
A big payoff pitch incoming from Timko. Swing and a miss. 2 pitches, 2 outs. What a recovery by the Hilltopper defense.
And back at it again. Can Price will deliver some of that 2-out hitting.
In this game, 1 for 3. As you mentioned, an RBI single in his last plate appearance. He wants to replicate it again here. Holy Name up 10-5 on Chardon in what has become an offensive onslaught for both sides. First pitch on the corner in the zone, 0-1. But Chardon entering play today, averaging 6 runs per game while allowing 6.36. Holy Name averaging 4.3 runs per game while allowing 5.1. The 0-1. Chop swing, I believe he held 1-1.
Check swing.
It looked like he was about to go for sure, obviously based on the check, but a lot closer, I think, to him going than initially thought. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Definitely went all the way around there.
No doubt about that one with Matt Vega getting ready in the on-deck circle. 1-2 the count on Preisel. Timko looking for a way out of the inning. Ground ball up the middle, scooped up at short by Smith. The throw to 1 is in time, and the Namer offense falls on deaf ears for the first time in a few innings.
Yeah, just a good job there by Timko. After the first 2 batters were able to reach, good play by Fawcett behind the dish. And then the strikeout on the next pitch, and then takes care right there to end the inning.
We will head to the top of the 6th inning at Ron Mottl Field. Holy Name 10, Chardon 5, your score. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Holy Name has made the call to the bullpen. Ryan Wisniewski on to throw for at least the top of the 6th inning. Cam, your thoughts on the pitching change?
I think it's probably a good move. I mean, Russell gave up a couple of runs just 2 innings ago and was able to get out of the inning last inning pretty scot-free, but now kind of a switch in change. You change the arm angle and then you change the velocity as well with the different pitcher.
And right away, it's a hard 90 for the Chardon offense. Sintic gets met immediately.
Yeah, first pitch. So not an ideal start here if you're Wisniewski.
Wisniewski enters play today with an 18 ERA, 3 appearances, 2.1 innings pitched, 6 hits. All of his 6 runs were earned, 7 walks, and 4 punchouts.
Do we have a possible pinch hitter here? Or no, pinch runner.
And we will get an ID on him. That is
number 10.
Checking the roster. That is, I believe, Adair. So he is on to run for the Hilltoppers. Wisniewski responds with a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count on Cal Smith, the designated hitter.
Scoring update, or not update, but score alert. Over in Indiana, BW was able to defeat Wisconsin Eau Claire 13-3 today. Very good job by the Yellow Jackets.
Ground ball to short. This could be your 6-4-3 double play, and no, it's not. It's 6-4, not in time to 3, a.k.a. 1. You get the lead runner. That's what matters.
Absolutely. Good play, good flip there by Prizlo Svets, and almost in time for the out, or for the double play, but just a step behind him.
Tim Robinson will re-enter the ballgame to hit. He has reached on an error in this game. That was his last plate appearance, but his first one was a single. The first hit of the game where he became the first base runner for Chardon this afternoon. Wisniewski's throwback not in time. Once again, Chardon has either Kirtland or Bay on Saturday. Max Prep says both. One would be away. That is Kirtland. The home game would be Bay. Then they host Lakeside on the 21st for their round 1 playoff game. And then on the 24th, they play Green. You get the 4 set 2 once again. That's what you want if you are the Namer defense. They do it. 2 up, 2 down after the hit by a pitch.
Yeah, good, smart play by Garrett there. Able to go the short way to second to get the first out, or to get the second out, but able to get the lead runner again. Do we have another change? Yes, we do.
Pinch runner, and we will see who it is. It is 37 once again, so that will be Fiorito. So I believe this is more just courtesy than pinch runner, as he would not have been able to re-enter.
Correct.
But I think the pitching spot is still just going to be used up by Robinson, even though he is not on the mound. So you can make that move and make it a courtesy, which definitely is big for Chardon. Prince with a runaround looking to move him along. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 the count. After a rough start on the mound, Wisniewski has done a nice job taking a second to himself and getting back in the right headspace.
Not even a rough start on the mound. I mean, just the first pitch ran a little bit too far inside. But like you said, after that has really just settled down and been able to throw strikes.
Score update from Holy Name High School with 2:32 left to go in regulation. Holy Name is hanging on to a 10-9 lead on Padua Franciscan in lacrosse. Now 1-1 the count. But they are currently in a timeout, a big turning point in the game, as yesterday we had part 1 of that contest. 8-7 was the final we saw after the second delay, but now we will have a satisfying conclusion to that game. 1-2 now the count on Prince. Ty Roediger awaits in the on-deck circle for Chardon if Prince is able to reach. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on the first baseman. Wisniewski looking to get out of the inning with no damage done behind. Unable to find it there, count now even. If Wisniewski is able to complete the rest of this ball game, he would nearly double his innings tally this season. Once again, entered play today with 2.1 innings pitched. 2-2 count. The pitch down low, blocked by towards Zidlow, and the count is full.
So runner will be off on this pitch. Can't worry about him, or at least not as much. Really needs to focus on throwing a good strike here.
You have the defense behind you. You have a good chance here. You're up by 5. You throw him something. The payoff, it is skied. Yet another pop towards Zidlow. Underneath it, will dive, but it is out of his reach. Just a tough one to get to, given the sun once again.
Yeah, I mean, you would know firsthand as a catcher how difficult those plays are, and just what we saw right there.
Holy Name over at Searching Field. A big stop. Padua, a great chance to score, but they force the ball free. It's a ground ball. Final 2 minutes now over there. And we will keep it here during the break to give you the final minute and a half of that contest. Runner goes, payoff is up and in. It's ball 4. So right now the focus remains on this game, and Chardon still hanging in. The question is, do you send the runners here? Just try to get aggressive and try and create runs of your own down by 5.
You definitely could. Looks like we're going to see possibly another change here. I think this one is just a straight pinch hitter, though.
And we will see who that is. The pinch hitter, it's not a pinch hitter. It's Roediger staying in the game. It could have been a runner, but it appears no changes have been made. But Ty Roediger so far in this game, over 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Wisniewski sets and fires. The pitch is in for strike 1.
Good pitch there. Really needed that after allowing the walk. Question is, can he get out of this inning with no runs? But if you're Chardon, you have to be aggressive. Like he said, possibly a double steal here, but you need to put the ball in play.
Ground ball, and it is through. They will send the pinch runner. The play at the plate will be cut off by Nemec. It's an RBI single for Ty Roediger.
I mean, put the ball in play right on cue, just when I said it, just between that shortstop and third base gap, and Chardon trying to cut back into this lead and really get a little bit closer.
Still 2 runners on, 2 down to work with. And once again, score update from Cicerci Field. 10-9, Holy Name on top. 42 seconds left to play in regulation. Timeout just called. Good block by towards Idlow. Now the question is, how long can Wisniewski stay in, especially if he allows a couple of more runs?
Yeah, I mean, outside of that first pitch where it hit the batter, he looked pretty good up until this point, and then the walk and the single back-to-back really haven't helped.
The 1-0. It will skip past towards Zidlow. Put 2 runners in scoring position for Chardon. Those would be runs 7 and 8. A whole lot of defense in this contest. As of right now, a combined 16 runs. I don't think this is what we expected by any means.
I would have to agree. I thought we would probably see a much lower scoring game, but we get the exact opposite.
An absolute slugfest with still plenty of time for some more twists and turns. The 1-0, skied, a high hanger staying in the infield, finally going to the outfield. Preisel underneath it, makes the play, and the side is retired. Chardon putting a lot of pressure on the Green Wave, but unable to strike. Middle of 6 at Ron Mottl Field. Holy Name 10, Chardon 6, your score. As promised, we will keep things here during the break. Padua will have the ball back at Cicerci Field. For those unaware of what we are talking about, we are talking about the lacrosse game suspended yesterday. We have part 1 on the channel up until 9 seconds remaining in the third. Right now, Holy Name hanging on to a 1-goal lead. It is going to be tough. The clock has resumed, and it will be Holy Name playing keep away for the foreseeable future.
Probably trying to drill as much clock as possible and not let Padua get a possession.
And that's the dagger. Holy Name has scored 11-9 over at Cicerci Field, and that should book a date with Walsh Jesuit tomorrow.
Wow. I mean, just a great goal. It's hard to see who, but just like you said, that's probably going to be the dagger.
That is exactly what the Namers wanted to do. Once again, they will be at Walsh Jesuit tomorrow evening, I believe 7 p.m. start. But Cam, we saw yesterday, the last goal we saw, the difference was from a freshman in Noah Wallace.
Yes, very, very big impact. A lot of scoring early on in the second half yesterday, but obviously in the fourth quarter today, only 1 goal by each team up until that point. Holy Name finally gets their second, and it looks to be the difference in that game.
We will confirm the final in a little bit as well. The rest of our broadcast schedule this week includes us being here tomorrow to conclude the week as Holy Name takes on Elyria Catholic. Tune in a little bit early as we will recognize the 7 seniors on this Holy Name squad. I will be over at Mount Union for baseball regionals. Rowan and Grove City, the first game of the day. Still don't know if I'm calling that one or not. It just depends on how the hookup goes for Grove City's radio. If they can't get it to work, which It's 50-50 right now. I will have that call. Otherwise, I will still have press conferences uploaded here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Saturday and Sunday, every game over at Mount Union, I will be calling. So excited for that opportunity. Made my debut in regionals at the JUCO level last week. Now this week, it's time to make it at the actual NCAA level.
Very, very nice. There is a possibility on Saturday I could travel out to Indiana with Alex Detmer. But that is if a bunch of possibilities happen. So could be, could not be.
But as you can kind of conclude from that statement, our broadcast against Shaker Heights on Saturday for Holy Name Baseball has been canceled. Our next Holy Name game will be on the 21st after tomorrow as they make the trip to Seville to take on Cloverleaf. 5 p.m. first pitch. We will be working out the details for that in a couple of days. But before that, we do have a playoff game next week for Holy Name Softball. As of right now, we finally will be able to see the Namers in action. After so many cancellations, they will take on, I believe, Youngstown Ursuline. They played, I think, a low seed. Unless the upset happened, we will have Youngstown Ursuline and Holy Name on the channel on Tuesday. But to begin this inning, it is a good strikeout on the mound by number 27, John Timko. For those just tuning in, he relieved Robinson back in the 5th inning.
And he's done a pretty good job so far. A couple of base runners early on, but since that point, it's really settled in.
Now Garrett Nemec will step in, 1 up, 1 down to begin the inning, and it is a first pitch strike. As for Chardon next inning, 2, 3, and 4 looking to find 4 runs. They were definitely close to making it a lot more manageable, but the Namer defense in the end was able to hold on. Count now even on Garrett Nemec, who so far today has walked twice and has grounded out. Timko looking for a redemption offering on the 1-1. It is just going to miss, ball 2.
That one just looked a little bit too low.
Good patience in the box by Garrett Nemec. Can Holy Name get a 1-out rally started? At least just in regard to patience they can. 3-1 the count. A couple of good takes in a row by Garrett. Nemec will definitely look to be careful here. He doesn't want to give anything away for free. Timko setting on the 3-1 and dealing. Hit over the press box and out of play to the right side. A little bit more carry than first thought. Either way, we have a full count, 3-2 the count.
Simcoe's going to have to make one of the best pitches of his outing to try and get Nemec out here.
Timko sets and fires the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. What a recovery for out number 2.
Absolutely. Down 3-1 in the count, but able to battle back with the foul ball and then sends Nemec home swinging.
Second strikeout in a row. 3rd and 4 batters. The only one not to strike out was Preisel. And you finally see the replay on your screen. Good movement from left to right. Now Joe Svets will step back in. One of the most influential at-bats of the game his last time up. He did walk. It scored a run. And that allowed J.R. Sastry to clear the bases. But Joe finds himself down in the count 0-1. The pitch shows bunt. He is able to get it down. It is a foot race, and he is in. Do not underestimate the sheer speed of Joe Svets.
I mean, we were talking about that all game, except this at-bat, which is, of course, when he decides to lay it down. Doesn't show first pitch, but I mean, as we watch it back here, just no one really expecting a great bunt down the first base line. You see the second baseman converging, but by that time, it was already too late. The first baseman was over there anchored on first. Had a possibility to make the play, but Svets just able to use his speed to beat it out.
The second baseman, Fiorito, now in the game. He did run for Robinson earlier on, but he removes Gable from the ballgame. Sastry back in. He will see a first pitch ball upstairs, 1-0. Sastry, his last at-bat, 3 RBIs on a single. Could not really do any better here unless he is able to go yard, but still, even if he does, 1 less run scores. The 1-0 swing and a miss. He wanted the fences there, but the count now even.
Yeah, just a little bit underneath that. Looked like the high heat there from Simcoe.
One of the most dangerous pitches to throw. If you think you have a guy trigger happy in the box, that is what you offer. Svets goes on the 1-1. Crank left side. It is through. J.R. Sashri continues his great offensive outing. 4 for 4, his 4th single.
Yes, very, very good from JR. Kind of not what we were expecting to see. Usually we see him go more for the power, but he will take 4 singles and now steps up the power hitter of the day. It's Mikey Torzedlo.
J.R. Sashri entered play today, batting .224 with 11 hits. At 4 on, he's now at 15.
And definitely bumping up that batting average.
This was the breakout game he wanted to have. A lot of struggles after the Kenston game, but those struggles have been sent to a far-away island, at least for today. But towards Zidlow, 1 for 3 on the day, but he does have the big dinger to his name. Swings and misses there, 0-1 the count. You can tell he wants to do it again, but a piece into the outfield will do for the Namers. Getting a run back that you surrendered last inning would be huge. Swing and a miss. He is now down in the count 0-2. A little bit too aggressive out of the gate.
Yeah, and just like you said, he's probably looking for the same result that he had in the second.
You either go really high or really low if you are Timko on the mound. 0-2 the count after 2 swings. The pitch. He goes outside instead. No bite.
Looks like he was just trying to blow him away there with the fastball, but yanked it just a bit too far outside.
I still want to be surprised to see him either elevate or descend this pitch. Fawcett sets down low, pretty much sitting. Svets will break, swing and a miss. It doesn't matter. The throwdown would not have been in time, but the swing and a miss from towards Zidlow does the trick. Timko, 4 punch outs on the day, and the side is retired. A good amount of pressure from the Namers, but nothing happening offensively. Ryan Wisniewski, he is back on. He will look to get the deal sealed here for the Namers. 10-6, your score on SmeeSports. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Chardon needing 4 runs to keep this game alive. It will be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters looking to start a potential late game rally. You are watching OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. First pitch of the 7th is a ball from Wisniewski. 1-0 the counts on Jaden Booth. It goes Booth, the center fielder, Fawcett, the catcher, then McCoy, the third baseman. Not a bad spot at all for Chardon to be in, needing a late game rally.
Especially in the heart of your order right here, or at least coming up.
But Ryan Wisniewski, a rough start to his year on the mound in a very small sample size. he has done a good job settling it down here, albeit a run does score on his watch. But still a 4-run lead. Not a bad spot at all. 1-1 the count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, now 1-2. After a rough first pitch, 2 good responses from Ryan Wisniewski.
Yeah, looking to get a K here. I think that would be a first of the day.
It would be. The 1-2. Up and in, ball 2.
That was close, though.
Count now even. But Chardon looking for a good start to their final ups. Even count, the pitch. Chop left side, foul. Count remains 2-2. Once again, stay tuned at the conclusion of this ball game. After our final commercial break, then we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game. Barring any crazy plays down the stretch, I think we have landed on our candidate. Here's the 2-2. Hits him. It's a hard 90 for Booth. And that will put the lead-off man on base.
It's the second hit batter by Wisniewski today.
A tough one there. Once again, for those just tuning in, final score from Cicerci Field, a little bit closer than the last time we talked about it. Holy Name 11, Padua Franciscan 10. The Namers move on to the next round as they will take on Walsh Jesuit tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely closer. I thought you were going to say 11 or 9, but looks like Padua got one with the 30 seconds remaining, trying to still probably keep in that game, but unable to do so.
That is the first playoff win for the Namers since, I believe, 2022, and that was the playoff run that Pete Rose came in. And that last playoff win as Fawcett cranks it to right field, and it will drop. Not caught in right. Who is that over there? It is Stibley now in. Put 2 on as that is an E9.
I think the sun definitely played a big factor in that. Stibley kind of just held his glove up in the air, and it just popped up and over his head.
But going back to Holy Name's last lacrosse playoff win, Padua 5-4 in 2022.
Wasn't that the double overtime as well? Yes.
I believe Kochanek had the winner for the Namers. He was their face-off specialist all those years ago. Back to this game as we are far from Duncam. But Fawcett does a good job giving the ball a ride. Now we'll see Chardon an extra life. Can they make it pay off? The pitch from Wisniewski hit to right field again. It has a chance to fall, and it will. It bobbles out of the glove of Svets. Everybody is safe. It's 2 errors in a row, and the tying run will step in.
That, I thought it was going to go foul, but looks like it was touched in fair territory there.
It was. And that is the big thing. Error number, I believe, 4 on the day from the Green Wave. Time is being called. If there is a pitching change, who do you bring in?
I really don't know.
As I said, this game far from over, and this could be Garrett Nemec's time for the close potentially, as I think by the time he'd come in, it would be a close because Wisniewski would give up at least 1 more run.
I would agree. But, I mean, in the same sense, you could already be 2 outs and probably a runner on second, possibly if he would have tagged up on the first one. But 2 not bad errors, but 2 errors by the Green Wave there, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded.
Now it goes to Dominic Sintik. A ground out and a pop out to Preissel at short and a hard 90 entering play today. Sintik, the Lakeland commit, batting .213, 10 hits, 10 RBIs, 1 double, and 1 stolen bag. But what a time to increase the hit tally to 11 and the RBI to most likely at least 12. Tying run in the batter's box for the Hilltoppers. They are not done yet. The pitch from Wisniewski. Down low, but in the zone for strike 1.
That one probably just clipped the bottom of the zone there. Good first pitch, though.
Wisniewski has to be careful of the hard 90 once again. A very similar finish to this game as we saw on Saturday in the Holy Name Normandy game. Wisniewski sets and fires the 0-1. Ground ball left side. It is through. Stinek does the job. That is 1 run scoring. Make it 10-7. Sintek, beautiful hit.
Beautiful hit right between that shortstop and third base gap. We've seen it all day long and still nobody out here.
And now a question of who steps in. Excuse me, I'm a little bit off in the order. Robinson will continue to hit. That was my question. He's in the on-deck circle. It is Cal Smith now in again. 269 average entering today. 14 hits, 12 RBIs. Already an RBI single to his name. He would be the go-ahead run for the Hilltoppers. What a game. The pitch hits him. Chardon back within 2.
Wow, I mean, this game has just flipped on its head.
You got to make the call to the bullpen here. You have to make that call. And they are going to keep Wisniewski in. Tying run in scoring position. Is it now time for action in the bullpen? Wow. I think we both agreed that if it hit 8, the change will be made, but it's not. And who's warming up?
Yeah, that's what my question is. Is that
I think it's Gorey.
I think so.
Now that's going to warm him up. He can't pitch. It's Nathan Gorey. Wow. 4 at-bats this season, up until this week. But now, not only an appearance where he got Padua in order, but a chance for a save.
And he's going to need to get ready quickly, as still no outs here.
And I believe those 2 runs that scored will be unearned. Anything from here on out will... Actually, no, they still won't be. Cranked into center field, left center, still going back. Can Frank catch it? He will, but going backwards, they will relay it in. That is the first out of the inning. They try for 2. They don't get it. Chardon able to force another one across. The tying run now stands 90 feet away. The go-ahead, 180.
And all of the runners tagged up there. Just a good job as you watch it back on the replay. I thought they were going to make the play at 3, and then I heard them shouting to 2 as catch the tail end of it there. You could definitely see him slide in safely.
All eyes on Chad Prince, the future firefighter after this year. When looking at the senior night bios, he is deciding to give his life in service to his community by being a firefighter. Shout out to him. That is really admirable. Pops that one away, 0-1 the count. Very similar to a guy like Nick Kuchera, who had everything in front of him. I mean, offers all the way from Division III to Division II. Followed in his dad and Holy Name Boosters president Joe's footsteps and became a firefighter. It is a selfless thing to do, especially for a guy of his talents. But 0-1 the count on Prince. The pitch from Wisniewski misses upstairs, 1-1. After Prince, it goes to Roediger or potentially a pinch hitter. I believe that is 35 still in the box, though. But 1-1 the count. Can Chardon tie up the game? The pitch. No swing. A good block, though, by Torzidlo. And now how much more important is his home run?
Absolutely. I said it could be big down the stretch, and it is proving to be big now. Infield is in here. They're looking to cut the run down at home, which would be the tying run.
You have to play for it right here. It's a 2-1 count. Wisniewski sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Now 2-2. He needs a strikeout here.
That's what I was going to say. It could be a very, very big out if you're able to get the strikeout here.
Holy Name still looking for the upset. 2-2 the count. Prince looking to break some namer hearts. Wisniewski taking his time. The biggest pitch of the game and his season. Here it is. Off the plate for ball 3. Too much carry on the grab from Torzidlo.
Yeah, very, very close pitch, though. But now, this is really when you got to come with your best stuff. You said last pitch, but this pitch is an even bigger pitch now that it's a full count.
You said it perfectly. Wisniewski's payoff pitch. Upstairs. Load up the bases for the Hilltoppers. Gorey getting ready. Wisniewski will remain in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. The man who could have been a scratch today. The man who was injured before today, but fought through the pain. Ty Roediger. He controls Chardon's fate. What a turn of events. What a game. Can the Hilltoppers create some chaos? First pitch is low, blocked by towards Zidlow. Bases juiced, 1 down. This has to be probably the most stressful environment the Namers have played in all year.
Absolutely. This game is coming out of the wire. Looks like corners are going to go home, and then middle is playing for a double play ball.
The 1-0 runs inside for ball 2. If he walks him, you have to make that call to the bullpen. You have to bring in Gorey.
100%. Still only 1 out here.
A tough one. Wisniewski just trying to run on empty. 2 balls to count. The pitch. Ground ball left side. It's through. Chardon has tied it. They will send the go-ahead runner, but in the end, they will hold him up. We are tied at 10.
Wow. I mean, this has been such a huge inning for Chardon, and they're still not done yet.
Tie game. And Gorey is still warming up. It will be Wisniewski staying in. Honors even at 10. A combined 20 runs. And like I said earlier, we are not done yet. If needed, we do have lights. What a finish. So now the go-ahead run stands at 3rd. The pitch from Wisniewski, up and out, ball 1 to the top of the order, starting with Justin Smith.
Now the entire infield will be in. They're all looking for the play at the plate now.
You need a double play to get out of this inning and potentially give yourself a chance to walk it off. Hudak, Frank, and Nemeth set to hit in the bottom of the inning. The pitch. It is upstairs. Ball 2, but a very close miss.
That was really, really close. I thought that was going to be called, but you need a strike here if you're Wisniewski. A lot easier said than done.
You cannot surrender the go-ahead run via the free pass. The pitch. Down low towards Zidlow. Keeps the Namers tied with Chardon. But one pitch can change the fate of the Hilltoppers and the Namers. Justin Smith. 1 pitch away. 1 ball away from giving Chardon the lead for the first time today. Wisniewski fires. It's in there for strike 1. He needed that one. He needs 2 more. After Smith, it goes to Booth, who led off the inning with a hard 90. Infield still in for the Namers. The 3-1 cranked into left center field. I don't think anyone can get there. They won't. Chardon, for the first time today, takes the lead. They send an extra run. They send more insurance. It's a bases clearing double. Justin Smith puts the Hilltoppers on top.
Wow, I mean, just what a hit. The timing of it, 3-1 the count. He gets a nice fastball that he can hit and really drive into that left center gap. And now, finally, it looks like we are going to get a pitching change here.
To quote Matt Vasgersian, Santa Maria. Perfectly placed in left center. A 4-run lead has flipped on its head. This is why you do not cross the state champs of 3 years ago. Chardon up 13-10 on Holy Name. We will step aside as Gorey warms up. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. What a potential finish we have on our hands. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com. or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Before Gory is done with his warm-ups, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to our broadcast sponsors today, the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville, and Century 21 DiPiero, a.k.a. Coach Mitchell, for sponsoring today's broadcast, with CrossFit Strongsville being our player of the game sponsor. Well, Cam, we had somebody circled, but I think the circle will be erased.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how this game finishes, unless he comes up again and delivers in the bottom of the 7th. But the way it's looking right now, Holy Name still needs to get out of this inning and still only one out.
This is the first time they have trailed today. They led for the most part in this contest, but at the end, just not there. 2 errors in the field really killer right now, as that would have ended the game with Holy Name on top.
Tough to see.
But 13-10 the score. And no, this is not a halftime high school football score. Pops up, Gory jams him. He will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 2. Once again, Gory 0 for 4 on the year at the plate. Comes in to pitch for the first time this year on Tuesday. 3 up, 3 down. Bleeding into this performance, 4 up, 4 down.
Very, very tough out here to get, though. Macetta was able to retire him, and then Wisniewski, didn't he give up the double or at least single to him?
It was the E9 that hit off of Stibley's glove.
Correct.
Run number 14 at second base, 2 down. Fawcett takes a first pitch, strike 0-1. With Nemeth being unavailable, Gory has a chance to become a back-end reliever just like Nemeth was.
And he's shown why, at least in the very small sample size.
I feel like this is the biggest test, though, for him if he can retire Fawcett. 1 strike, the pitch. Well, off the plate, but once again, Mikey Torzillo keeping it there. For the Namers, in the bottom of the 7th inning, Luke Hudek, Harry Frank, and Nick Nemeth will be set to hits, and they will need to all score. 1-1 on Stone. Gory sets and fires. Goes across the plate, but hits the bottom corner for strike 2.
Good pitch there. I mean, comes out of the lefty angle as opposed to the right that we've been seeing all day long, but just able to nick the corner.
But 1-2 the count on Fawcett. Gory still not out in the clear yet. Still has some wasteland to get through. And the wasteland will continue to be in front of him. Ball 2 called. During the middle of the 7th inning, Cam, we have to have a conversation as to who will pitch for Chardon, and should they keep in Timko given the gap in between his outing?
We will definitely talk about it.
Here's the 2-2. Cranked into right center field. Stibley getting underneath it. He will make the play, and actually, I believe that is Wisniewski now in right field.
It is.
He is back there, and he will finish what he started. But in the end, it will not matter. Chardon out of nowhere. 7-run score. 13-10 in the middle of the 7th inning. Cam, we now have that conversation. Who pitches for Chardon?
I mean, I would say Timko, but it looks like think that's a different pitcher.
That is Jaden Booth, the junior, entering play today. Perfect ERA, 6 appearances, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. In regard to closers, that is even better than a guy like Makai Williams.
I mean, exactly, especially with the perfect ERA and looking to keep it perfect, but Holy Name's offense will probably have something to say about that.
And now the question is, do you let Hudak bat or do you bring in, I would say the best hitter on your bench is Alexic.
We will see.
He is ready to swing.
He is. Okay, looks like he is going to swing. And then, like he said, after that due-up is Harrison and
Nick Nemeth.
Yes, Nick Nemeth.
And both of those guys are staying in the game unless they physically can't swing a bat.
Very, very true.
Now, after that, it's Preissel, who so far today does have the RBI single, 1 for 4. You could see the pinch. I think Alexic does swing in this inning, though. If you're going to bring anybody in, it goes Alexic, and then it goes Sank. Vega can't re-enter. He's already been pulled completely, I believe, from the game. I mean, the right field position today has been a carousel on par with the coaching carousel in the NFL. A lot of guys just in, then out, then Wisniewski back to where he started. 4 different slots used in right field, 3 different players. Wisniewski was 1 and 4. Number 2 was Vega. Number 3 was Stibley.
So far, with this pitcher warming up here, if I'm Hudak coming up first, I got to wait to see a strike because that is already 2 pitches that have hit this back fence and definitely not a good sign. That one looked a lot better than the one previous, but still, you got to be in there, and if you're not going to get anything to hit, you have to be able to take your free pass down to your final 3 outs.
Stay tuned at the conclusion of this ball game as we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game. The award has been turned on its head. As we said, the initial winner was going to be J.R. Sastry, 4 for 4 on the day.
I mean, yeah, he has been absolutely excellent today, but still could be his if he is called upon in the bottom of this inning as the order will turn over. So definitely still could be his, but as of right now, one of the Hilltoppers will probably be in line to win it.
So far this year, Chardon has gone to extra innings twice, which definitely could happen here. They're 2-0. The first one, a 7-4 win over Louisville in 9 innings. And then the second one, a 9-8 win over Mayfield in 8. They're at 2-0 in that department. Holy Name, I don't believe, has played an extra inning ball game this season. Oh, on the count on Hudak. Now 0-2 as he swings upstairs.
Not the best pitch to swing at. Looks like another pitcher that's going to be working quickly here.
Booth ready to go home. Ground ball chopped right side, but foul. Hudak will stay alive at least for one more offering. If you are just tuning in and a fan of Chardon, welcome to your parade. 7 runs scoring in the top of the 7th inning. What an ending for them. But that inning still not necessarily a sweet one as there is a lot of work to do. 1-2 now the count on Hudak.
Yeah, still need those 3 outs before Holy Name tries to score 3 runs to at least tie it up.
And 4 if they want to win it outright. The 1-2 swing and a miss. He chases off the plate. A beautiful off speed retires Hudak for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. Beautiful off speed. Really just stayed off the plate the entire time. Hudak really had no chance of hitting it, even with the bat fully outstretched.
If Chardon has swung for the final time today, Cam, here's a really weird stat. How many times do you think they struck out in this game?
3.
0. They have not struck out. 0 on the count on Frank, the pitch. Now 1-1. Booth working quickly, but at the same time, he could lose a pitch.
And we have seen that to Hudak. Definitely 1 low, and now already 1 low here to Harrison Frank.
Now the 1-1. Down low 2-1. We did start late, but now it's 7:30. From the initial start time, it's 2.5 hours, but in real time, around 2 hours and 22 minutes in. Here comes the 2-1. Down low. Actually, it was 3-1. It's ball 4. And yet again, Frank will walk his 4th of the day.
His 4th walk?
He has reached 5 times. A base hit, a stolen bag, 4 walks.
There goes the on-base percentage.
Exactly where he wants it. A lot higher. Now Nick Nemeth will step in 0 for 4 on the day, looking to change that here. He will sky it in the infield. He is frustrated. You see the bat chuck there. The play is made by Prince, and Chardon out of nowhere can sound their final countdown.
I mean, just like you said before, this game completely flipped on its head, but still not over. Holy Name has done most of, if not all of their damage today with 2 outs. Could this be the same here when they need it most in the bottom of the 7th?
The Hilltoppers looking for win number 13 on the year. The pitch popped up. This could do it. It is seen by Prince. The Prince becomes the king. Chardon upsets Holy Name at the death, plating 7 runs in the final inning. 13-10 your final.
Wow. I mean, I just said it, but this game really flipped on its head. It really looked like Holy Name was going to cruise to an easy win. All they needed was 3 outs before giving up 4 runs, but instead they give up 7 in the top of the 7th, and Holy Name comes to bat in the bottom of the 7th and unable to get anything.
We called this a potential upset for Holy Name throughout this entire game, but into the 7th inning, the way Chardon played, it's really an upset for the Hilltoppers.
I mean, absolutely. Looked like Holy Name was, like I just said, Holy Name was going to pull it out the entire way. Their offense really doing a good job, but when they needed it most in the bottom of the 7th, nothing except just the base runner of Harrison Frank.
We will step aside as the handshake lines come to a close. One final commercial break, then we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game. You are watching OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Wow, what an ending at Ron Mottl Field. Chardon 13, Holy Name 10. I mean, so much to unpack from this game. We're going to start by giving credit to this Chardon team. They were elite down the stretch, down by 4, 7 runs in the final frame. This is something that we rarely see at the high school level and something that I don't even know if we've seen in our time either playing for Holy Name or covering Holy Name.
Yeah, I mean, really, just all the way down to their final ups. And when it needed it most, they were able to come through. Didn't give up the entire game. I think the closest that in my playing career in summer ball, we were down 7 runs at one point. Granted, it was not in the bottom of or top of the 7th, but we came back from that and we did win that game. But, I mean, doing it all pretty much in the top of the 7th is completely astonishing by this team. A lot of credit to this team for really, like I said, sticking around through it all and not giving up and being able to come through in the top of the 7th when they needed it.
I believe my team years ago made an 8-run comeback in the final frame. A lot of it was just walks, and the funny thing about that, it was a summer rec league. In that fall, I played for the opposing coach, and we won the league. It was a very interesting thing, and as well, in that same league we won, we beat the team that was coached by my future travel ball coach.
That is small world.
The path from Petrino to Barton to Caldwell. Absolutely insane. To not keep the Chardon fans waiting, your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville, it's Justin Smith. 2 pop-outs today and a double play. That's the bad. But even that double play and RBI scores, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. The moment was big, but his hit, tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, the lights weren't on, but the lights were definitely bright, but he shone brighter with that big double to the left center gap, and it really gave Chardon the lead and never looked back upon it.
The last thing we're going to talk about was Chardon before we switch over to Holy Name to close out postgame. They had 39 plate appearances. They did not strike out today. Holy Name, same amount of plate appearances, 8 strikeouts.
Yeah, that is definitely one of, if not the biggest difference in this game. Another difference I want to talk about today, the free passes. I mean, just so many free passes, whether that be walks or hit by pitches. We saw Wisniewski had at least 2 on the first batter that he faced in both innings that he came in, actually. But, I mean, really that just sets the table, gives the opposing team, whether that be Chardon or another team, gives them free base runners, and they were able to capitalize as we saw today.
Switching over to Holy Name, before we talk about that 7th inning, we got to give props to 2 guys specifically. Harrison Frank, 1 for 1 on the day, had a stolen bag, but 5 for 5 in regards to getting on base, 4 walks. And then J.R. Sastry, our initial player of the game before the 7th inning, 4 for 4, 4 singles, 4 RBIs. They played their part. And as well, honorable mention to Mikey Torzillo. He had the 2-run bomb, nothing else offensively, but had some good stops. And Joe Svets, you look at him, he walked and grounded out, but an RBI single and a great bunt single. They really did so well today.
And also, props to Russell Macetta for really doing a good job of getting a Holy Name. Well, he didn't really help with the Holy Name lead, but he was able to kind of preserve that lead until he was asked to, and then eventually, as you saw, taken out of the game and then really unraveled from there. But still a very good job starting on the mound today.
Chardon avenged their senior night with this win today. Tomorrow is Holy Names at 5 p.m., 4:45 the ceremony. What do you think is being said off the field in that huddle?
I mean, it's got to be a mix of both what we were saying. I mean, probably a little bit of good, but obviously you have the bad with that meltdown there in the top of the 7th. But in the same token, still scoring 10 runs today. I mean, you look back at some of their games, and they, 0 runs, 0 in some of their losses, 5-4 to North Royalton. Lake Catholic, they both went scoreless. CVCA, they only scored 2 in both games. LaSalle, they only scored 2. A lot of the games when they're losing, I think the most when they lost was they scored 7 against Orange. But other than that, the most that they scored when they were losing was only 2 runs. I mean, putting up 10 in a loss today, albeit it is a loss, but still, I mean, it is heartbreaking and it really sucks, but you got to take away some of the positives from this game. I mean, still being able to hit the ball and being able to hit the ball kind of over this last week really shown improvement.
A lot to talk about in the 21 odd hours before tomorrow's game, but that will do it for our commentary in regard to that 7th inning. Just a heartbreaker, no other way to put it. You could have made that call to the bullpen a lot earlier. You could have made a lot of changes, but then again, you don't expect the game to finish that way, and I don't really give any blame for trusting Wisniewski on the mound. He needed a confidence boost, and unfortunately, just unable to get it. If I'm Holy Name, my first thing is saying, Wiz, you still played a great game. You had that RBI single, stolen bag, another base hit. Wiz is still a breakout star for this team, and he will still be a great player for the rest of this year and next year, no doubt.
Yeah, and I mean, really what didn't help were those 2 errors, but then, like you said, kind of look back on this game and say, what if? What if those 2 plays were made? What if we brought in Gorey sooner? What if this? What if that? And really, it's kind of what you're going to think about, like you said, in those next 21 hours till the next game. But in the same token, you kind of got to flush it away. You got to focus on the positives. I'm sure in the huddle, they talked about the bad first, but Macetta always wants to end on a good, positive note. Obviously, you feel it in the back of your mind. You know, you have that feeling in your stomach like, shoot, like that one really hurt. But you got to take positives going into games tomorrow. You can't go into the game tomorrow down, especially because it's senior day. Such a happy day. I mean, really celebrating all these seniors. So, like I said, you got to bring those positives in tomorrow and hopefully a better result for the Namers tomorrow.
Holy Name now 9-13 on the year. Chardon 13-10. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, as well as subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. We are trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. As well, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. But that will do it from Ron Mottl Field. He's been Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Parma. Chardon shocks the Namers 13-10, your final. This has been OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We will see you again tomorrow afternoon back here for Senior Night Baseball between Elyria Catholic and the Holy Name Green Wave.